Ladies and gentlemen, here we are, Monday Night Live, MWR Financial. Happy New Year. This is, oh my goodness, we're a couple days in, and it is getting more exciting every single day. I'm excited to be here with you. Let's see who's chiming in from what part of the country. Give us your city, give us your state. Let us know. Let's load up this platform tonight. A lot of great information, a lot of ground to cover. It is going to be another exciting platform for us tonight. So listen, with this minute or so you got left, send out those last minute texts, make those last minute phone calls. I'm so excited to be here with you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be big. This is one for the history books. Again, you don't want anybody on your team to miss this. Let's see who's joining the platform, what city, what state. Let's show up, and let's show up in big numbers. There's Darryle Banks, North Carolina. All right, Rochelle out of Colorado Springs. Welcome to the platform, ma'am. Who else is out there? Miss Lovey, Tampa, Florida. Welcome to the platform. Nina, Chicago, Illinois. Welcome to the platform. All right, Mr. Jones, Wisconsin. Welcome to the platform, sir. All right, who else is out there? Baltimore, Maryland. Miss Owens, welcome to the platform. Guys, give me a few more. Mr. Toll, Brooklyn, New York. Welcome to the platform, sir. All right, we got Atlanta, Georgia in the house. Absolutely, Ms. Collins. Aiden, North Carolina, welcome to the platform. Who else is out there? Marvin McGee, Columbus, South Carolina. Welcome to the platform, sir. Who else have we got out there? All right, El Paso, Texas, Ms. Crockett, welcome to the platform. Phoenix, Arizona, Ms. Lynn Gibbs, welcome to the platform, ma'am. Guys, who else is out there? All right, Yolanda out of Durham, North Carolina, welcome to the platform. Ms. Fazell, Strong Island, New York, welcome to the platform. Guys, who else is out there? Come on, let's get this in. We're going to fill this platform. Again, Miss Rochelle, Arizona, welcome to the platform. Mr. Benjamin McCray, ladies and gentlemen, Charlotte, North Carolina, welcome to the platform. David Gibson, Detroit and Houston, two places at one time. Wow, I thought I was the only one who could do that. Way to go, sir. Gail Andrews, Maryland, welcome to the platform. Minnie, well, Kansas City, Missouri, welcome to the platform. Guys, who else is out there before we transition over? Give me a few more. Javon, hey, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, welcome. All right, welcome to the platform. Philadelphia, Miss Jones, welcome to the platform. Mr. Bird, Chesapeake, Virginia, always a pleasure to see you, sir. Beverly Thomas, all right, Mississippi, welcome to the platform. Chicago again. Mrs. Pugh, welcome to the platform. Who else is out there? We got Mr. Hunter out of Rochester, Michigan. Guys, give me one or two more. Let's transition over. Antelope Valley, California. There's Renee. Randy Christensen, Greeley, Colorado. Welcome to the platform, sir. Columbia, Maryland. Mr. Ronald Purvis, welcome to the platform, sir. Guys, once again, thank you so much for joining the platform. It is Monday night. We're just one day out of the new year. Happy New Year to everybody in the MWR Financial Nation. Guys, this is exciting. Another Monday night event. Every time we do one of these, and these two guys you're going to hear from tonight that are on this platform, there's always something big. There's always some big news. I encourage you now, grab a pencil and paper. You're going to want to take some notes on this, and you know what's right around the corner. February the 4th and 5th, your life will change forever. If you really like MWR Financial, you're going to love MWR Financial come February 4th and 5th. With this information, we're going to get a little bit more of a peek on what's happening and what will be happening, some of the additions, some of the add-ons, some of the compensation enhancements. All of those things are going to be reviewed tonight by the CEO and also the president of MWR Financial, both those gentlemen on the platform. So without further ado, let me do what I've been called to do, is to bring on our first speaker for the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy, I mean, he's the most amazing man that I've ever seen in my entire life. I've never met anybody with such a level of commitment for the average everyday person. Tell me the number of people that you meet every day that really want to see you win. I mean, are serious about seeing you win, not just talk about it, but give you the tools and the system to ensure that you can get that done, not just for yourself, but for your family. This guy's that kind of person. I mean, he pours his heart into this. This is the vision that God has given him, and he's running with it and won't be satisfied until everybody who this thing touches is successful in their financial life. We've got it, ladies and gentlemen. If you've been looking for it, hey, your search is over. No question about it. This gentleman, I mean, his forward-thinking leadership has already made MWR Financial the fastest-growing financial strategies company in these United States. You're hearing people talk about it. You're seeing what folks are doing around the country. They're gravitating toward this because this is the ticket out for America. I'm convinced that this is the new U.S. economy. We're going to create it right here with MWR Financial. So he's built 4 multi-million-dollar companies. So I think he knows what he's doing in this area as well. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome to the platform the CEO and founder of MWR Financial. And not only get a chance to call him my business partner, but my friend, Mr. Brian T. House.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
If it gets any better, my friend, I won't be able to stand it. I'm telling you, some of the things that we're already doing and what's coming come February, oh, it's game over.
Yeah, no, Gerald, I agree with you. And listen, thank you for all the kind words, by the way. I appreciate that, and for taking intros. Listen, guys, we're gonna keep this short and sweet tonight, or at least that's the plan. We wanted to get on here and wish you guys a very happy new year. And to help me do that, I'm going to bring up somebody else. And Gerald, stay here. Martina, if you can, leave Gerald here. I want to keep me, Gerald, and Dom up here. If you would, please help me welcome our president of Field Leadership Development, Mr. Indamo Tolson.
Hello. Happy New Year.
Yes. Well, hey, guys, listen. We've got a lot to cover here in a very, very short period of time because, like I said, I wanted to keep this short and sweet. First thing I want to say is you guys are flat out killing it right now. I'm going to tell you, I've been in this industry and been in business for over 31 years. Man, I hate to say it. I make myself sound old, Don, when I say that. But
back when my goatee was black.
Yeah, exactly. Mine too. Look at this. It's gray. I haven't shaved. We're burning the midnight oil, Dom. I know you and I have been working over the holidays and some of our staff behind the scenes on things that we're trying to accomplish so we can get these things done and rolled out for our February 4th and 5th event in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And I'm looking forward to getting to Fort Lauderdale. It's been cold in Kentucky. It was nice today, but about a week ago, we had wind chills of 30 below. And Damo, 30 below. Now that's cold for Kentucky too. But so I'm ready to go south. And February going to Fort Lauderdale, that's going to be a good time. And I'm going to say this, Martina, if you get a chance here in just a minute or whatever, if you can roll MWRignite.com, that website for people to be able to register. There are still a few tickets left to be able to get to that event. But I'm going to highly recommend you get there and that you bring somebody with you. And I'm going to be blunt about it. I'm not going to over elaborate. I'm just going to tell you, you want to be there and you're going to understand why here in just a second. Okay. And you're going to want somebody on your team there with you, people on your team there with you. Okay. If it's just you right now, make sure you don't miss it. Okay. Make sure you don't miss it. MWRignite.com. But definitely come and see us in Fort Lauderdale. Now, Dom, and Gerald, there are like 10 things happening all at one time. I feel like I've been pulled in 10 different directions. I know you do too. I know our staff does. But I'm going to kind of give a little recap of what's going to happen at this event. Okay? What you're going to hear. Okay? And you're going to hear this from the experts that are going to be implementing these programs with MWR Financial. All right. First of all, you can expect an enhanced credit restoration platform. That's one thing we're rolling out. Our debt to wealth plan. Guys, we already have the Eliminate My Debt portion of our membership where we help people pay off their debts in record time and help them save tens and even hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest, money they can use to now build wealth for themselves. Well, we tell you that, and you can follow that plan. But imagine having a debt to wealth program that we can actually take your debt payments that you're making to your creditors and allow you to start using those to not only pay off those creditors, but start building wealth at the same time. Okay. That's what you're looking at. Okay. A debt to wealth plan. Then we have our Path to Home Ownership program, our Home Buyers Assistance program that we'll be rolling out to where we're going to be able to get people into a home regardless of their credit. Regardless. We don't care. We don't care. As long as they have an income, as long as they have a job, a down or not a down payment, but if they have, the means to, and they can show they have the means to be able to do that. If you're already renting, I can tell you can afford to buy a home. Let me just put it that way. Okay. So we don't care about your credit because our affordable housing experts, if you can't get financing, they'll finance the home for you. Okay. So huge. But now you can start building equity for yourself instead of building it for a landlord. Then we're going to be introducing our diversified cash flow account. Can't wait for everybody to see that. You guys already know about our private reserve account. which is phenomenal. This is a little bit different, okay? This is something that provides uninterrupted returns, interest, as well as dividends, okay? Something that we're going to be talking about at our event. Not going to over elaborate. I could go into a lot more detail, but we're not going to do that tonight. All right. Then you're going to see us. We're going to be talking about our pilot program and what we're going to be introducing in regards to our managed fund. Forex and crypto trading done for you by licensed experts, okay, with a proven track record of success. All right, so Forex and crypto trading done for you with our managed fund, the MWR managed Forex and crypto fund, okay? So you're going to see that. Now, in addition to that, we've got some new pricing coming up. Obviously, with enhancements, we have that, but there's still time for members to be able to get grandfathered in at the current pricing, okay? So the push between now and February 4th and 5th should be phenomenal, and I can already tell you it is. We're having record growth already looking at the end of December. Biggest growth we've ever had at the end of December. Most people are asleep at the end of December. They're playing holidays. You guys aren't for some reason. I mean, I can tell you're fired up, and that's a great thing because you're positioning yourself for what is coming, what's coming, okay? And that's extremely important. If you're sitting on the sideline right now, get off of it. Get off the sideline, and you're going to find out why, because in addition to all of these things, I'm going to tell you something else that's coming. How would you like an 8-minute business presentation, okay, that talks about what we are, the ultimate cash flow company? All right, there are 3 things that we do in this company. We maximize the cash flow out of your existing income. We create more cash flow through a business income, and we compound that cash flow with, or compound or multiply your cash flow with passive investments, investment income. Okay, everything you need to build wealth all in one place. All right, everything. I promise you. If you can't get wealthy with MWR Financial, you're probably not going to get wealthy. That's the best way I can put it, okay? Because there's not a platform out there that makes it easier for people to make wealth real, which is what our name is all about, okay? But an 8-minute presentation, no more 17-minute presentations, no more spending an hour on a Zoom. You're not going to have to, guys, okay? We have literally narrowed this thing down and put it in a format that when you present it, it's going to be phenomenal. Now, there's another thing, Dom, I want to mention real quick, because we haven't even touched on this. We didn't even mention it on our last call, but you're going to hear from possibly somebody at our event. I'm thinking, Dom.
Yes, an expert at our event.
We're hoping he's going to be able to be there. But right now, we help you reduce your taxes. Okay, instant pay raise, home-based business deductions. We provide you everything you need to track it. We can help you get money back if you've overspent or if you have overpaid through our last 3 years tax review. We actually prepare your taxes for you as part of your membership if you utilize our automated mileage and expense tracking system or your own automated mileage and expense tracking. So all that's already included. Now, that's all about reducing your taxes or the expense of your taxes. What if I told you that you guys already know this? The wealthiest people in the world don't pay taxes.
Right.
They don't pay taxes. Very little. Okay. If they do pay any, you're getting ready to see to where when you get to a certain point in your business, with your income, with the cash flow that we're helping you create, that we're going to provide you with access to what you need to virtually eliminate taxes. Virtually eliminate taxes. I'm talking about getting down to where you're paying 5% or less in taxes because you're able to structure yourself properly using the right systems and platforms to make that happen. All right. Now, this is huge, guys, because I'm going to tell you what all of these things that we're doing does. And I think Brian Bean elaborated on it perfectly. Those reds that are out there, those people of influence, those people that maybe you were scared to talk to with MWR Financial, that maybe they already have money. You think they're already successful. Maybe you think they're already wealthy. I can tell you a lot of people look good, smell good, say all the right things, but most people are just broke on different levels. That's what it is. Okay. And, but I will tell you, this is going to give you the opportunity to be able to literally talk to everyone that you know. We're not just looking for those people that are broke and downtrodden. We want to help everybody. Don't get me wrong when I say that, but we want our opportunity to be so strong that you have the ability to prospect people that are already extremely successful, extremely wealthy, with a high level of influence that can help you build a massive organization and that can help us with our mission to reach the masses. All right, to reach the masses. And in order to do that, we have to appeal to everybody. And I will tell you, my thought process and Damo's thought process, when I look at our business, I look at it from the perspective of, if you came to me, would it interest me? Not just somebody that may be struggling financially, but somebody that's already well off financially. Would it appeal to me? Okay. And if it'll appeal to me, I know it'll appeal to the masses. All right. Because we've got everything from the beginning to the end when it comes to your finances. Okay. From the beginning to the end, and especially after the 4th and the 5th. I love it, Nam. Yeah. But this is just part of it. Before I go on, Dom, with comp plan stuff, and I've got a new announcement on that too. Excuse me, guys, I am so sorry. But I have a new announcement on that as well. Is there anything you or Gerald would like to add to anything I just said real quick?
Brian, you said it all. And the only thing I would say, and you've said it too, I would just reiterate, you guys, this is because of what we're doing behind the scenes. This will be the last call we do before our event. So we won't see you all until our event, and you won't be able to look at us and say, when you see these experts break everything down so you guys clearly understand what's coming, you will not be able to say, oh, our great CEO, Mr. Brian House or Andamo, the president, they didn't even tell us. They didn't even prepare us for this. You won't be able to say that. You have 32 days that you can literally change everything for you. And here's the key, Brian, because this is what people sometimes forget. They'll go, oh, okay, I'll kind of get kickstarted later, or I'll go talk to this person later. You want to give those new people a chance to get some things going in front of that wealth wave as well, because of some of the things you're going to talk about with this comp plan enhancement. It'll be critical for them, and some of them can do something very quickly in a short period of time and be able to achieve some of these extra things that are going to happen that you'll see. I will tell you, this will be the most unique experience you've ever had, and all of you that are there, when you leave that place, you will understand clearly and succinctly that MWR truly does make wealth real for you and your family. Some of you are going to recognize that this is a generational moment for me. This is where it begins. This is where my picture is going to be on the mantle, because I started the steps to create generational wealth. That's how powerful it is. And something, Gerald, you and I spoke about, this is going to allow people, and Brian, you just said it, those, like as Brian Bean talked about last week, those, or the last time we were on, those reds. There are people, Gerald, we talked about it, on even your chicken list, which you talk to everybody, but you have some folks on there that make a lot of money, and you just, I don't know, I'm not going to talk to them. Now you'd have something to talk to them about that they would see clearly and go, let's do it, let's go. So this is exciting, Brian. I know I know people look at me and I get all excited because I know what's going to happen for people, for the people that are here now and for the people that are coming, and I get excited about our ultimate goals and dreams of what we wanted for this company, starting to see them begin to put on the platform to manifest themselves. Brian, they see your excitement, but I don't want anybody to think this is hype. They will understand being at that event that they're just going to go, and there will be several times at the event you will have audible responses to what you hear and see, because you're going to realize the sheer impact that it can have for you and your family, and then for those that you get that come involved with what we do here. It's amazing. So Brian, I'm fired up.
Me too, buddy. You got anything else, Gerald?
Oh my goodness, listen, you just stacked the deck in our favor. And
I'm not done yet, Gerald.
Listen, you can quit now and we still win. But I know you got more. But I'm saying, though, and you're giving us a head start. This is not something we find out about on February 4th and 5th. As Dom said, you've got 32 days now to position ourselves. And you mentioned it, being on the sideline is not the place to be right now. It is time to run like tomorrow ain't coming. We got this thing, man. Thank you so much. This is an incredible opportunity that we've got in front of us. Seriously, I want us to embrace this moment because history will be made here without doubt. History will be made here.
I agree. And Gerald, thank you so much. But listen, I'm going to say this. I said I'm not done yet. And I'm a big believer, guys. I love everything we do at MWR Financial. I love that we maximize your cash flow. I love that we can help you create multiple streams of passive cash flow. And I think all those things are great. But I think the accelerator and the most important piece of all of this is our opportunity, guys. I just firmly believe that. And because I've seen how that creation of cash flow, that more cash flow, how that can accelerate passive investments, how that can accelerate even creating more cash flow from your existing income by accelerating elimination of debt. Okay. All these things that this is the most important piece of what we do at MWR Financial, and it's our opportunity. And I will tell you, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, and I'm going to challenge every single one of you, compare it to anything. When you see what we do right now, compare it. It's already the best. We already have the best residual compensation plan in the industry, but there's a few things I feel like we're missing. I feel like there are big jumps between when you get into upper level leadership. I feel like there are big jumps that you go and you.
I think Brian, we had some little technical difficulty. He'll be back here in just a moment. But what he's talking about is the big jumps, like when you go from 2-star regional to 3-star regional, or you go from 5-star regional to presidential. Those are big jumps, and so the residual income takes care of it for you. We're paying you to get to the next level, but now our great CEO and founder, Mr. Brian House, has come up with the absolute, to me, it's game-changing, because now you can get rewarded between those jumps. So back to you, Brian.
Yeah, no, I don't know what happened there. Gerald,
I have no idea what happened.
Or yes. Maybe, guy was jumping in and saying, just let Indamo talk. We're gonna, I don't need to hear from you anymore. But listen, imagine being able to earn an additional $50 up to $200 for every person that comes into your organization because of our new leadership bonuses that we're going to add. That way, if you go do a meeting and you do a Zoom and you have 10 people that come in that night on that Zoom and you're at a certain level, instead of that just counting as points to get you closer to the next level of daily guarantee, now you're earning immediate income of anywhere between $50 to $200, like I said, depending on where you're at, that is being deposited into your account the next day.
Wow.
the next day.
Right.
Okay. That's powerful as these people come in. But again, I think there's still one thing missing, and this is going to start. I will tell you, there are two key positions I want you to think about right now. And that is our 2-star executive director position, where you got to have at least 12 people on your team. You're making $20 a day, $600 a month. All right. That's great. That's great. But imagine also at that level and above having a performance bonus to where every single week you could literally have hundreds of dollars being deposited into your account based on hitting certain goals, very achievable goals during each week. Now that's even more immediate income. That's even more immediate income.
Wow.
Okay. On top of leadership bonuses, you want to get to that third level as quickly as you possibly can. I'm telling you right now, there's some of you that are brand new in this business. There's some of you that are executive directors. If you're any of those people, you want to get to the second and third levels, okay? So, 2-star executive director and 3-star executive director in our daily guarantee compensation plan, because this opens up a whole new realm of income for you, okay? Not to mention, our daily guarantee is getting enhanced too. Still 15 levels, but instead of $5 to $8,500 a day, it's going to go all the way up to $15,000 per day. Guess what that means? Some of you are going to walk into that event, and when you walk out, just by walking in and walking out without doing anything extra, your points where you are at, if you're on that third level or higher, guess what you're going to get to experience potentially? A pay raise, and you didn't do anything for it.
Wow.
Because I have told you that as this company grows, as we do better, you will do better, period. I want you to pay close attention to this. I really do want you to pay close attention to this. I don't know of another CEO that has ever said this. I've told you that this is a faith-based mission for me. It is not just about the money. It's not just about the money. That's why, as far as I know, and maybe there's others out there, I have capped my income. Capped. I can never make more off of the memberships that are sold than what the field is able to make in residual income based off of our compensation plan. I can never make more than you off of our memberships, which means the better we do as my profits increase, if it gets to the point that the comp plan, I max out the comp plan, guess what I have to do? I have to put that extra money back into the compensation plan. I have to put it in for you guys, which gives you ownership. Gives you ownership of what we're doing, guys. And the only way you can have that is if I cap my own income. I have to cap my income. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it. Okay. Listen, I'm making $5.5 million a year off of the membership. If I want to make 10, I have to increase the compensation plan to allow you to make 10 out of it.
Unheard of.
That's Ryan. They've never heard. A CEO has never said this. I've built some pretty big businesses, been around the top executives in those companies. It's not even close to what you just laid out. I don't think they really get what's about that. They don't get it. They don't get what. They don't not see. Here's why.
And some of you do. I don't want to. I don't mean that in a bad way.
No, and we get that. But what they don't. What happens is I hope they understand that this. When you talked about ownership, this is the kind of company that not only can they win now, but as the future grows and they sit here and they rent and put their blood, sweat, and tears here to go build something. Because you and I both, and Gerald, you know this, but Brian, you and I built some pretty large organizations in our career. We know what it takes to do that. We know the effort and the time and the energy and that it takes to do that, and the commitment and sacrifice it takes to do that. But to know that, oh, if I continue to do that, I will continue to be rewarded. This is not just some guys that put something together so they can make some money real quick and be out the door. This is long-term. I have chills right now because I know what's going to happen for people. I have chills. And man, I hope you really heard what Mr. House just said, because you will never hear another CEO. They've never said it before. They won't say it again. This is what lightning in a bottle looks like. MWR. This is what for me is what God called me to do. So people were saying, like some people were talking to me on my birthday going, I can't believe you're working like this on your birthday. I said, when you do what you love, what you've been called to do, it's not work. It's fun. It's exciting. I'm energized. I'm sleeping 3 or 4 hours a night, and I'm up and energized. So, Brian, thank you. That's all I can say is thank you.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yes, buddy.
An unprecedented level of commitment from a CEO is what you deserve. I keep telling you guys. I keep telling you. I'm telling you, man. I keep saying it, and you got to believe it. This guy is unique in so many ways. He's like no other. He's committed to our success. We're in this thing together, and he's in the trenches with us, Dom. I mean, this is unreal. But God bless you, my friend.
Thanks, guys. This call is not about me. This call is about everybody else. I appreciate that. But listen, this was a decision that my wife and myself discussed, and we know that the time and the energy that it takes to build something like this from a corporate level, as well as a networking level, because you guys know I'm a networker at heart. Right. I'm very blessed to have networking experience as well as business development experience that allows me to be able to participate in both sides. But I'll be honest with you, I would rather be a rep out in the field because I love the networking component, meeting people and being able to, be out there and touch people and to build relationships and do the things that are so meaningful. And hopefully I'm doing that now. I will tell you, the blessing in this company for us is the friends we're making along the way. Right. You know what I mean? And what have become family. And so that's where we want to keep it. But just know, guys, I am so conservative. Dom knows me. I'm not one of these guys that wants to go out and not that there's anything wrong with this, because whatever your dreams are your dreams and your goals, and I love that. Okay. But I'm not a guy that wants to go out and buy a yacht. I'm not a guy that wants to go out and have a mansion that is, 18,000 square feet. I'm not that guy. I'm a small town farm boy from Falmouth, Kentucky, that's been blessed to be able to learn some great financial principles that has been able to set my family up and secure our future, as well as my children and my children's children, which was the goal. That was the goal. And but this is all out of passion. This is all out of giving back, making a difference, doing something that has an impact. For my last run in business, guys, doesn't mean I'm not going to own other companies and I'll have people that run them, and I already do that, but this is my last run in business, and it is going to be the biggest, it's going to be the best, and it's going to literally create more millionaires than any other company in history. And I'm not stopping until we make it happen. Until we make it happen, guys. All right. And that requires you. That requires your participation, your belief in yourself, your willingness to go out and do the things you're afraid of, do the things that are hard, because it's those things that and they seem hard to you now, but I promise you, the more you do the things that are hard, the easier they become. The fears that you had start disappearing when you face those fears. All those things that we talk about that sound like motivational speeches, and it sounds like, oh, they're giving me some kind of rah-rah story to try to get me to go put one more person in my business. That has nothing to do with it. Your personal development is far outweighs putting one more person in your business. Because if you personally grow, you'll put thousands of people in your business. I'm telling you, I listen to Brian Bean, Dom, we have seen, and Gerald, we've seen some of the best motivational speakers on the planet. We really have. And some of the things that they say, and I've got off on a tangent here. This was supposed to be a short call, but I got to say this because you guys, I want you to realize that this is not as hard as you make it sometimes. This is probably the easiest thing you will ever do. That daily grind, 40, 50, 60 hours a week, working for somebody else, guys, that's hard. That's hard to me, okay? Overcoming picking up the phone and making a phone call to somebody, sending a text message to somebody to pique their interest, maybe having somebody ask a question I didn't know the answer to, and just being able to say, hey, that's a great question. You know what? Let me get my upline, or let me get my sponsor on the phone, or let me get the person that introduced me to the business on the phone. I'll bet they'll have the answer. I've never been asked that before. You got to realize you don't have to know everything. You don't have to be the expert. All you have to do is have the guts to be able to expose what we're doing to others, let our leaders educate, and let our experts execute. You do that and quit trying to be the expert, you'll make a fortune in this company.
Yep.
You'll make an absolute fortune. And I can tell you right now, we're already seeing it happen. Dom, the leadership that has came on board here recently with MWR that are flat out tearing it up. People's names you all have never heard before. Okay, well, you probably heard some of them before, but not here. You haven't heard them here. Okay, but this is who we're attracting. This is who we're attracting that are excited about this and have never seen anything like what we're doing. Have never seen it. You say it all the time, Dom. It's one thing to be the first. That's great. Okay. You may be the best at something. That's great too. Okay. Or you may be the only at something. But to be all three, which is what we are, that's lightning in a bottle. That only happens once, maybe in 2 lifetimes.
Right.
Not 1 lifetime, once in 2 lifetimes. Okay. And I want you guys to be fired up and excited. That's why we shared this information with you now. Gerald said it, and I think it's extremely important that you caught what he said. We're not waiting till the 4th and the 5th to share this with you. We want you to be prepared now so that you are able to be proactive before the announcement instead of reactive to the announcement. Because what you do between now and the 4th and 5th, when these announcements come out, all right, is going to explode your business, because now you have all of this great new information for all the people you've introduced between now and then. It's Brian, just a whole nother level of excitement that you get to create on top of their excitement to do something to change their own life in the first place.
Yep.
And Brian, the people who are going to really maximize that moment and really be so excited and thrilled and see their own personal situation evolve and change to the positive like nobody else. The people who truly maximize that moment are not the people who just show up because they're there. Not the people who have maybe 1 or 2 of their teammates there. It's the people who absolutely, and you'll see the names and you can go find out the people who brought the most people to the event. When they're sitting there and they have 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 people in the room that are in their organization, that's when you see everything change. you see everything change. And before this year is out, 2023 is going to become the career best earnings for a lot of people in MWR currently, because they took advantage of now and they went to work now. So they made sure this time everybody that says they're trying to go do this thing for real, they're at that event. Because at the event, you're going to get to hear not from Brian and I. You'll hear us a little bit, but it's really that event is where the experts now are coming, breaking down what's happening, and then you're going to be able to see how this is all put together and then how you should move forward. That's what I'm telling you, it's going to be, like you said, Gerald, it really will be a historic moment.
I got to add this too, Dom, real quick, and I want everybody to know this. At that event, and only at that event, myself and Damo, probably maybe Gerald, and as well as some of our other leaders, Brian Bean, our top income earner, guys, we're going to break down how these announcements, especially the comp plan, how you maximize our compensation plan. Not just participate in it, how you maximize it, how you don't leave any money on the table. And you're going to hear that from us. Most companies out there are trying to create breakage. I hope you know what that is. Okay? Breakage. It's where there's some kind of hoop or hurdle that you have to jump through in order to qualify to receive a commission, so that it creates breakage, which makes the company more money. I'm sitting here telling you, we're going to tell you how to not create breakage and make all the money you can possibly make out of this compensation plan. Okay? So you can maximize the compensation plan. Don't leave anything on the table, especially when you take our daily guarantee combined with the new enhancements. Those new enhancements reward leadership for helping their team. Those new enhancements create a sense of urgency. Imagine if you had a goal for the week. Everybody in the company has a goal for the week. And say it was 5 new people had to come in, or 6 new people had to come into your organization in order for you to get a $300 bonus at the end of the week. Okay? 6 new people. You didn't have to bring them all in. You just had to help 6 people on your team. Okay? Or you could bring, or what you bring in. I'm not going to go into detail on it. I'm going to start training on it, Dom. But you did that, and now you have 10 people on your team that are setting at 4 or 5. At the end of the week, they're exposing more than they've ever exposed before, because they don't want to miss that bonus and leave. They'll get that extra 1 or 2 people, which will explode the growth of your business. It creates a sense of urgency, and it's all the missing pieces of the puzzle that we currently don't have in our compensation plan. Because I'm going to be brutally honest with you, our compensation plan can make you lazy. It can make all of us lazy. It can make you complacent. It can make you comfortable. And building wealth, or becoming wealthy, or financially, successful, whatever that means to you, if you want $5,000, you can't stop at $5,000 a month. You can't stop at $600.
Right.
But you can get comfortable there, because it's $600 you never had, or it's $900 you never had, or $1,500 or $1,200 you never had. Okay? Quit selling yourself on that, because you will sell yourself short. You will sell yourself short. And I say all this because I see it. We're going to create scenarios that encourage and motivate and make you want to get to the next level. And that's what all these enhancements are about. All right. So Dom, I don't know if you've got anything else. Gerald, I'm fired up. I can't wait for the 4th and 5th to get here. And I will tell you, if you want a happy new year, okay, a happy new year, you want to be really happy, don't sit on what you just heard tonight.
You know what, Brian? Oh, wait. Did you hear that? Did you just hear that? Did you hear that? The gun has sounded and the runners have already left the blocks. So you better be running. I'm telling you.
It's go time. If there ever was a time, now is it.
Amen.
Go grow. That's what it is. Go
I
grow.
love it. I love it.
All
Well,
right,
listen,
everyone. Happy
we
New
got
Year.
a little more windy. I got a little more windy than I expected to, but guys, we love you a bunch.
Yes.
Seriously, we want this to be your best year ever. And I promise you, it will not be because of lack of effort on our part. It won't be because of lack of effort on your corporate team's part. We're going to do everything we can to make sure you have what you need to make this your best year, the best year of your life. Okay. And then you know what we're going to do? We're going to do the same thing next year. We're going to make that the best year of your life. We're just going to keep making every year the best year of your life. So love you guys a bunch. I appreciate you. Let's knock it out of the park. Make sure you get registered. MWRignite.com. If you're not already registered, we look forward to seeing all of you in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We're going to get back to work for the rest of the month. You probably won't see me and Ndamo, or you may see Gerald, but at the same time, guys, we appreciate and love every single one of you, and we're excited about what's getting ready to happen. So have a great night. Have a great week, guys. Bye-bye.
You bet. Love you,
Good
brother.
night.
Love
Thank
you,
you,
man.
guys.
See you, buddy.
Yeah.
See you guys.